Hello, and welcome to this introductory course on education coordination. My name is Anthony. I'm one of two global education cluster coordinators, and we support the education clusters around the world that are coordinating humanitarian education in emergency responses. We hope you're excited to be doing this course. We're really excited to have you. As many of you will know, every year millions of children around the world face all sorts of challenges in accessing their right to education as a result of conflicts, as a result of natural disasters, displacement, which poses a huge challenge for all of us to ensure that every one of those children has the opportunity to return to school or to access alternative education opportunities. And that is why coordination is so important. Often we describe coordination as the who does what where, finding out who is delivering the education services, in what locations, to which children, and making sure that every single child is covered. Now, when you're talking about children on the scale of millions around the world every year, that is no small task, an incredibly important part of the humanitarian architecture. But it's so much more than just who does what where. To reach so many children in such complicated and complex contexts, we need innovation. So we need to be finding new practices and new ways of doing things, new methodologies, new processes, and supporting other partners. We need to be building relationships. We work across a huge range of partners. In most of these contexts, we're talking about UN agencies, national governments, subnational governments, and other national authorities, civil society, both international and local. In many contexts, we work with private sector or academia to ensure that we're able to identify and deliver the range of education services that is needed to reach every child. And we play a hugely important influencing role to help bring everyone to the table to understand the needs, to prioritise education, and ensure that we are reaching every single child, and particularly keeping our focus on the most vulnerable children. The education cluster is somewhat special in that it is the only global cluster that is jointly led by a UN agency and civil society, and that brings so many wonderful opportunities for us to draw on the scale and the influence of the UN system and the connection that civil society has to service delivery and to affected communities. As we move into the next couple of years, the education cluster has in our strategy a really strong focus on accountability and trying to bring the benefits of both the UN lead agency and the civil society partner to really drive and strengthen our accountability as the humanitarian community to the communities, to the families, and to the children that require our services. And we are exploring ways of ensuring that local partners can both access and benefit from the cluster system, looking at safeguarding to make sure that all of our local partners understand and are able to take responsibility for their safeguarding obligations. And child participation, making sure that we're checking in with children all the time to find out, are we delivering the services that we're promising them? Are we giving them what they need? And are we focusing on the priorities that they think they need to be able to enjoy their right to education? Please enjoy the course. We hope you learn a lot. And most importantly, I hope that in the near future, we're able to welcome you into what we think is a really wonderful, supportive and exciting education coordination community across the world.